What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, today we're going to do a short video on a little fix that we found that we've been using for our 12 GPU Ethereum Mining Rig that we have labeled Juggernaut. So this rig is made up of three 1660 Ti's, three 1080s, we have a PNY, a NVIDIA Founders Edition, and a Zotac. And then our bottom rack here is made up of an Asus, a Gigabyte, and then four of the EVGA Mini 1060 6 gigs. In addition to that, we're running off of an ATX power supply there, an H110 Pro 13 slot motherboard, and a 1200 watt power supply with a GPUrisers.com solid state drive as well. So the challenge that we're running into with this rig is about once a day, when you go into HIVEOS, it isn't able to pull the stats and details for temperature and other things like that for this rig. It just started maybe a few weeks back. And one solution, instead of messing around with it every day, because I have gone in and validated that at the pool level, everything is working as expected. So I'm glad to see the pool is seeing what it should. But what I've decided to do was to schedule this thing to reboot once a day. And it actually has cleared up everything. So I wanted to show you guys how to schedule your rigs to reboot, if it's once a day, once a week, whatever that is, in order to avoid any issues that may come about when, you know, these things go and they run for a long period of time. So let me go ahead and jump over to the computer and I'll show you guys exactly what we have going on. So the problem that presents itself is all of the cards at the top here all show a red X, but we have our hash rate is still going, and when we check on the pool level, you can see it's still mining. The downside is like if you use the hash rate watch guard, none of that applies. You know, my first thought was reboot if GPU is offline. That, you know, those X's would make me think that it would sense it being offline, but the hash rate was still where it needed to be. So what I've done on this rig, as you guys can see, is it's now rebooting every hour. This was just a test to validate this works. I'm not rebooting this rig every hour. That would be silly. You would actually start to see these dips. You see these dips in here? You would start to see those dips occurring. So I want to show you guys how to set up a schedule within HIVEOS if you need your rig to reboot once a day, once a week, once a month, whatever that may be. And then you can also use the scheduling tool for a variety of different things. So if we select our farm, and then at the top, you have to be on the farm level, you'll see schedules. So I created one schedule in here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that, and we'll go through it from scratch. So you can go ahead and hit add schedule. And then for the tags, I've actually created my own tags, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a minute. But HIVEOS generates its own tags too. So if you know, like for example, that rig's my only rig that has 1060s in it. So I could go ahead and select that rig, and, you know, select that, and that would select the rig. But if you guys want to create your own tags, let's say you even wanted to group, let's say you wanted to group 3 rigs. What you can do is you can go to a worker and you can find that worker. Let's go to Beast. That's a newer rig. Okay. And then what you can do is go to settings, and in settings, you see how you have tags here? You could click, these are the tags that HIVEOS generates. I'm going to click there and type Beast. So the name of the rig is not auto-generated in the tag. I really wish it was. So I'm going to type the name Beast and hit add. Okay, now that is a tag that is available. So when you go back to your farm level and go to schedules, and we go to add schedule, when we go to tags, you can type in the name of that rig because I made the tag. In this case here, we're going to select our Juggernaut rig. That's one we're talking about. I had previously created a tag for it. Now, you can select Flight Sheet overclock template or ASIC overclock profile if needed, but in our case, we're just looking to do a simple reboot. So under run command, you can select reboot, and then down below, when do you want it to start? Well, let's have it start today, and we're going to have it start, it's going to happen, let's see, we're going to have it happen, you know, right now it says 9:16 we're going to change that up to, since it doesn't do the PM or AM, you need to go ahead and use the 24-hour time. So right now it would be 2:36, so it'd be 14. So we're going to change this up to 14:40. Okay, so it's going to restart here in 4 minutes, starting today. Time zone, I have found that I need to set the time zone and not rely on farm time. Your guys' experience may be different. It auto selects farm time. I am on the East Coast in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to come in here and just do good old New York, same time zone. Now I want it to repeat. Let's say I wanted it to repeat by the weekdays. So I could say every Thursday, I want it to repeat once a week and never end. And I could put Juggernaut. You gotta be able to spell it, guys. Come on now. Juggernaut Reboot weekly. Okay, and I could hit create. So now what that's going to do is every week on Thursday at 14:40, which is in 3 minutes, it's going to go ahead and reboot the Juggernaut rig. Pretty sweet, huh? Now, there are a lot of other things that you can do with scheduling. You could have it flop, kind of swap the flight sheet. I had this done with Firo. When Firo went ahead and changed over its algorithm, I had this scheduled, so I didn't have to get out of bed for it or anything like that. It just swapped over that perfectly for me. There's also a lot of other things that you can do in here if you're interested, so please go and take a look. You can schedule it for a lot of other items that you do have available to you. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I've started to use it now with my Juggernaut rig. I'm going to have it reboot once a day moving forward to eliminate some of those issues. So far, my testing has shown that it has been very successful and I've been happy with it. So let me come back here in 2 minutes and I'll show you guys that it rebooted. And we have success. As you guys can see in the top left-hand corner, it rebooted 33 seconds ago. It's actually in the process of still going through that reboot process. So, and there was an alert I got through Discord. If you guys haven't seen that before yet, I'll put a link down below. I have a tutorial out there that shows you guys how to set up alerts through Discord so that you would get direct messages through Discord on different things that occur with your farm, like when a rig goes offline, when it powers up, when it reboots, you know, all the different events. You can have it alert you through Discord. So I'll put a link down below to that tutorial that we have for HIVEOS as well. But that's it for today, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful for you, and hopefully you go through and explore kind of the scheduling mechanic that HIVEOS does offer. I feel like they could do a lot more with this coming down the pipeline, so I'm excited to see what happens. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Take care.